also have Cindy.
You guy.
Hey
How
Cindy.
you doing?
Butito unajua cross ni nani?
Yes, zetu zilikuwa ni you guy. Let me have some sijui ching.
Now I'm saying.
Nilikuwa
You know what
boss.
it is?
Sasa shida ni June nilikuwa boss. Lakini mvua
Manze.
ikafanya chini ikakuwa ule mse.
It's true. It was so flooded. Did you go? Cindy, did you really go though?
No, of course not.
Okay.
That concert was mad.
It was mad. MUD.
But I
Ilifungia
tell you,
watu
with
town.
Cross Amina,
Yeah.
he looks like he smells nice. Yeah, does he?
I don't remember how he smells like.
But you were so close. You were like,
I was.
You
Did you
didn't
see-
go like, sorry, Cross. You didn't get even a whiff. Like,
I
does he
did.
smell like money? Does he smell like an ATM?
Mimi kitu tu ningetaka kuguza ni
I
hizo
actually don't
ndevu.
remember.
Niguze tu nisikie kama ni soft kama za Wakenya ama ni zile ngumu tu dengu.
Hey, like,
Hakuna
is his
hakuna
beard
kitu
like,
ndevu
you
inaweza
know?
kusaidia nayo kwa hii maisha. Hakuna
That is
kitu
so
ndevu
random.
inaweza kusaidia nayo.
Nini?
Ushaona job qualification. You must have beard. Hapana.
Shiro.
Ni mambo beard.
Yani hiyo ndio kenye unataka kuuliza.
Si ndio hiyo. Uliguza, ulisikia kama ni soft ama ni dengu ya
Kenya.
Kenya.
Ile video Sleepy alitumanga. So me of course nilikuwa nimemkaribia yangu yote. I could feel even the problems, even the health issues he had. I could feel them.
Sleepy anafanya hapo nje ya staff room.
Kwanza Sleepy kidogo ni mchape lakini ni sawa. Haina was. Guys, welcome to the show. Let's talk about what it is that trended. One of the biggest stories. This was really a big story. Now, Kilifi residents are among the Kenyans who have been adversely affected by the floods that wreaked havoc across the country over the past few days. We decided to cover this story on the show, of course, because it brings out the difference between what people need and what people want. And seems like the kind of floods Kilifi residents are facing is very different from the floods that the government was trying to solve. Listen in.
Tunahitaji kuletewa mpira ya kondom kwa sababu hapa tumekaa watu wengi, hatujui wengine wako hali gani, na pengine umekutana na mtu wako ambaye mlikuwa mkiendelea huko nje. Hapa lazima tuletewe hivyo vitu ili vikaweze kutusaidia.
Sawa.
Aya basi dadangu, tumekusikia, tumekupata vizuri sana na mipira nikidhani mulizipata pia. Now, first of all, I do have two sides to this story. So sitaki kusema opinion yangu kwanza. Acha niulize Burira. Burira, what you got to say?
Mimi nangoja hiyo mpira ya Gor.
Mpira gani ya Gor?
Hiyo ndio mpira
Na Hull
unajua.
City. Hiyo ndio mpira nangoja.
Yeah, unayo.
Okay.
Ile kitu najiuliza ni hawa watu hawana makao na kitu ya kwanza kufikiria ni mipira. Tuseme tu kweli. Ni nini hata si wangeitisha nyumba waambie serikali tupe nyumba, lakini this time wameitisha kitu kingine enyewe na hata huna nyumba lakini kule bado uko active. Watu wana nguvu. Mimi unajua bila pesa hakuna.
Hailali na si sabuni haishi. Let me tell you, Shiro. Kuna mahali nyuki inaweza kukudunga. Lazima uipapase pole pole. Ndio usikie ni kama maumivu imeshuka. Now you see in the midst of havoc and all these things that are going on, people couple so that you know they can cope with the stresses of floods and imminent death.
In general.
Ama unajua
Walitisha
hata
nani?
labda sio ya nini hiyo mipira wanaweza kuwa kukikuwa na flood vibaya sana, unajua inaweza kaa flota.
Pengine inaweza kuwa floater lakini I'm sure
That's Shiro is a lie.
Walitisha nani? Walikuwa wanaitisha nani Amina?
Sigava.
Basi inaonekana hiyo mafuriko si salama, ndio maana wana trust gava.
Listen, but other than that, okay, so I will play the devil's advocate on this one, right?
Okay.
So let me try and be the reasonable voice in this entire story. Now, you know, when disaster strikes, the ladies, some of them are forced or they feel like they can't find any other way, right, to get food at these camps. So then some of them will resort to now that to get food or even a place to sleep. So that's why they're like, by the way, tunahitaji. Alafu pia unajua kuna wanaume wengine, they're forceful, nini. So they're like, okay. So first of all, we already have all of these things going on. Zaidi ya hiyo, hatutaki tena tukue na watoto 20 kwa, you know what I mean, because they don't, are they going to be resettled soon?
hiyo.
You don't know. We still have IDPs who are IDPs.
Formu
So
ni gani?
that's me giving the sound. I think that would be why
That's,
she was
it's like
asking
sex
for it.
to fish.
That's
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah, but I mean still also ni baridi, so
You know,
kuna
the
venye.
thing is, it's just that it would have been nice if you said, if she said, you know, hatuna chakula, hatuna blanketi, hatuna mosquito net, na pia
Pia
tungependa mpira.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was the
ameanza.
first thing.
Unajua
Tunataka
problema
mipira.
ase bure. Asa wanatry kukinga mvua. So waeleweni tu. Watafuta options zote.
watu hawataki kunyeshe. No, but you see, no, listen. Mimi nafikiria, unajua
Jesus.
ukifika kwa hiyo camp unapatana na wase wengi, wengine wanakaa poa, you just like what's up, uko poa. Shikamoo. Unajua uko mtaani hiyo shikamoo inakuwa different. Mtu sema
Shika mo.
Haya.
shikamoo.
Kwa sababu ya wakati.
Now listen guys, other than that story, this one people have got to remember when we're voting next time. We gotta remember. This picture was shared on Facebook by a user named Monkey Miner. It's a typical picture worth 1,000 words. It was taken in Baringo, whereby this woman braved a heavy downpour. There she is, to try and talk to the Baringo governor in a chopper. But it was all in vain. The picture was captioned, "Fruits of Devolution." So sasa matunda zingine nyinyi mnaongeza ni kama gani?
Sasa
Shuru mwana picha.
ukweli hawangemfungulia hata asemage aliingie hiyo kitu inanisagaza. Unaona venye watu wa sewage wananukaga, hata akioga ananuka sewage. Sasa maybe hawa hakutaka kutoka nje wanyesewe watolewe hiyo harufu ya pesa. Yani haizi hata hesimu. Unajiita mheshimiwa na uwezi hesimu hata mvua.
What? Okay. Butita.
Yeah,
Unajua
first
labda
things
alikuwa
first.
mwongea na wase wengi akachoka.
sad.
No. This is a woman, and if she decided to do that, that means there was a problem. Like, you as a governor, was it a governor, right? Sindio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unaona mtu ako kwa dirisha ya ndege, hiyo extent, una ignore, una fly, unasahau hawa ndio watu wamekuweka hapo.
That's true.
Up to now, bado haja follow up kujua nini ilikuwa shida ya umama, which is wrong.
I know.
Saidia umama, nini.
Labda sahi kuna kihoma
hiyo place
kibaya.
kwanza ukiangalia si place safe, lakini alifika mpaka hapo.
Yeah.
Kwa mvua.
Kumaanisha kuna pressing issue.
That's very
Miga-
true.
Miga alikuwa na guts.
Butita, hebu tatu juu ya
Hey,
bili yangu.
hawa gavana watatafuta kura huko juu sasa
Mimi
kukiendelea.
nakwambia Butita, umeongea kama mtu anataka kuingia kwa gafa.
Mimi
unajua-
ngoja. Mipira kadhaa juu yangu Butita. Yaani si juu ya wait, let me take it back. Wait. Takubaia kadhaa. But no, you see it's true. He
By the-
says
by the way, Amina,
because you're supposed to step
tutatafuta
aside
huyu mama.
or yeah.
Sindio?
Yeah, sema Butita, sorry.
Naweza taka tujue huyu mama. Tutatry.
Na shida yake ilikuwa nini?
Ni nini
Yeah.
alikuwa anataka?
And people,
Because
and you
you
know
know-
these are the same guys who vote for you. Cindy, go ahead.
Exactly. Just as you said, it's very good for us to watch this and see this picture, and we can remember, come 2022, there was a governor who used a chopper to go build a mud hut. There's a governor who used a chopper to go and launch a bridge. And there was a governor who claimed during his campaign period that he's a man of the people. But when the people came to him in the most extreme of circumstances, it was raining. And as Butita said, it's not safe because of the, the thing on top of the
propellers.
chopper, the propellers. But she still went ahead to plead her case. She must have been desperate.
Yeah.
Probably she stood in the line in all elements to vote for you. The least you could have done is given
hear
an
her
audience.
That's
Kitu
very true.
najiuliza ni venye alimuona hapo na kuna nyesa ije, alikuwa maybe anamwangalia anajiambia nini, hata hatumsikii vizuri, ama walikuwa wanaambiana aje tucheke ni nini anasema. Binadamu.
Yeah.
Chances are alikuwa
Lakini hata
anasema
ni-
achana naye twende.
Lakini hata shida huyo mama ingemaliza pesa zake kweli.
Haiwezi.
Ndio ni shida ndogo tu labda yenye inaweza handoliwa.
Na si pesa zake, ni pesa za umma.
True.
So,
Ni
Pesa za
pesa
umma.
zetu.
Yeah.
Ni pesa za umma there actually. Alafu kuna mwingine hapa Kisinga Maina says huyo mama ako tu sawa. Having in mind by the way this weather, mimi nime support na nimekubaliana. Thank you so much for watching kabisa man. Say the hashtag is TTTT. So now listen, The head of the Nairobi Central Business District Association had what fits the description of a rough week. Literally, this was after goons stormed and disrupted a press conference where he was to issue a statement on the state of Nairobi. The goons attacked him, claiming that he was soiling the governor's name, but Sonko has since distanced himself from the group, and here is how it went down. All right, we don't have the clip, but then that was pretty much how it was. If you saw the video online, if you didn't pole, but it was pretty much just that, how the picture looks, and then just, it was very unfortunate. So, did you guys get to see the video? Butita, did you see it? Akidagiwa, akivurutwa chini, akaamka kama ametengeneza suti kwanza, haraka upesi. Did you see it?
Inanikalia vibaya mwanaume ukiperebwa hivyo alafu unakaa kanyau hata hauwezi jidefend hapa hata gwara ikaage hata wewe ulifanya kakitu haki lakini hakufanya poa
Alipige.
Hapa si kuwapiga akae tu hata yeye anafanya kakitu akiwa na musika vibaya si angefanya tu atakaleka toa na jifanya haji yeye.
Oh, kidogo pia defend.
Ikae tu yeye si aja finyiriwa sana.
I think
unajua kange defend angeumia. Because if you watch that clip, the video clip, towards the end, he actually ran into an apartment, and you know you can hear a bit of the noise. The reporters are telling the watchman, let him go in, let him go in. Yeah, if he doesn't go in, these guys are gonna hurt him. So you know sometimes it's about being smart in a fight. If you're outweighed by goons, and these guys look like, you know, they were in to wrap him up. He was just doing what he could to defend him. Now, what they did was totally atrocious, and I never thought I'd ever say this, but I miss Evans Kidero. I miss him.
Hey.
You know, there were so many views on how he ran the county, and that's still out there for the electorate to decide. But we never saw things like goons coming and roughing people up. Vulgar language used on social media. I mean, you ask something on social media, you're treated like crap. You know, it makes you feel like, you know, you're not a member of this county. You know, like you don't matter. Because if they're going to rough him up, what's to say that they can't rough me up for speaking up against something that I have a right to as an electorate and as a constituent of this county? It breaks my heart.
Hawana adabu ile eti hata hamwesimu yeye ako na class na sisi wenye sisi di mabosh tutafanywa nini?
Mtabebwa juju chap. There he is.
Lucky he was handled. You know the way cops handle you, they shake at the back of your belt. They gave him an atomic wedgie. It's just ridiculous. They're trying to sweep him. I mean, if you don't like what he's saying, where is freedom of speech? Not everybody has to agree with you. Being a leader does not mean that you stop people from expressing themselves. Sit him down and say, yo, so what do you think? How can we make it work? But you don't get guys to wrap him up, you know, but in broad daylight, and you don't care.
The other thing that also really surprised me was this was a press conference, meaning they were members of the press, meaning that this was going to get out there, and they did not care.
They didn't care because they know they're immune. They know they're immune. I mean, days later, we are talking about it on the trend, but it's not on it's not on the main news, it's not on television, and that's the mindset we're getting into. They're like, ni sawa, watu watasahau. Uni baba mtu. This is somebody's dad. You cannot disrespect him.
Walikuwa wanajua itatoka nje juu kuna mariporters. Walikuwa wanataka hata kama ni kutread walikuwa wanataka, lakini kuna mtu amewa protect. Wanajua hakuna mahali tunaweza pelekwa.
So that's where he ran in and
that's
they allowed
him. That's where he ran in. I mean, look at that guy. That guy has a whip. He was going to whip him.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
That's so wrong. That is very, very wrong. Alafu unajua, acheni niwaambie kitu kwa sababu nimeona stories mob sana zikitrending on social media. Of course we have to make jokes about it. People always have to talk about it on a lighter note, and that's fine. But remember that this could happen to you tomorrow.
It could.
We are a democratic state, meaning that I can say, I mean, of course, Satan it and kitukana, you know, mama ya prizo. Oh wait, someone did that. Was it wrapped up like that? I don't know. But what I will say is that this will happen to you tomorrow. So when you enjoy, just know your day is coming. Butito msee lakini tukiongea kidogo alikuwa anakanika anainuliwa kama wewe.
Mimi kwanza na jam sana. na sioni hata kama na deserve kuongelea hii story. Wacha nisipea time.
Apana Butita, we can't be like that.
Yes.
You know,
No,
when
no, 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 no.
injustice
You see,
is
this
done,
is it.
you have to
This
speak
is
up.
it.
Yes.
You can't
This
say
is it.
nimejam
No,
na
no, no.
nimenyamaza.
Wait.
You have to speak
Wait.
up.
Wait.
Sema
Everyone
kitu.
is different. For me, when I'm upset, when I don't like something, I just keep quiet because that thing is sad. You can see what happened. I don't want to talk about it because nilijam.
And that's fine.
Sometimes you
But
can
you
just
see,
sort
that's
of
the
okay.
problem with Kenyans. So jam tumenyamaza and they're like,
Eh, watasahau.
Tumenyamaza. It's true.
hatuzushangi.
Tuongee. Lazima uongee.
Lazima
Lazima.
uzushe.
Okay, sawa, ni lazima niongee.
Ama
Ongea,
omba.
sema kitu.
Omba basi.
Sema.
Sasa mnaona vile watu wa suti wanafanywa na huyo jamaa na suti kangu. Mnataka niongee tena?
Ah,
Acha tu
Ni
iache.
nini mbaya na
acha
nyinyi?
tuiache.
Enyewe ni
Acha
poa.
I
feel your
Maybe
pain,
you're
bra.
right. Maybe usionge.
I feel your
unajua
pain.
Ni uchungu ya
unajua mimi
suti.
ndo- unajua mimi ndo najua zile makona mi upita. So hakuna haja nichapwe hii Nairobi.
Haina haja.
Next week nikuja na mabandage hapa kwa show. Juu sasa watu wa
Uliongea.
suti tunatafutwa sana. Unaona hiyo koti?
Sitawai faa suti kama watu wa suti wanafanywa hivyo.
Sijui hiyo suti ilikuwa ni yake.
Si unaona hiyo koti? Si
Na
unaona
hiyo
ndio
ilikuwa
niko
ni
nayo?
yako. Ah, Butita.
So it's a blue suit thing.
Oh, so he's
Aya.
that's why he's taking it personally.
We are being
but
targeted.
it was
Si hata wewe
unfortunate.
Amina we take
can't
personal.
even.
Si huko hata wewe na
Hata
blue.
mimi niko na blue. Mimi
Yeah.
niko nguo ya Queen. Hii ni ya 1942 nimepatiwa na shosho wangu. Anyway, now a Kenyan track champion, Asbel Kiprop, is on the news for all the wrong reasons. He has tested positive for a banned substance. Alirelease statement pale Facebook akasema he vehemently denies the allegations. And this isn't, of course, the first time that we've seen an athlete test positive, but it's so unfortunate because I believe they have it. They can run for so long. I don't know if they need the drugs. I don't know. So, Butita, since mimi na wewe peke yake ndio watu wenye hatuwezi kukimbia kwa hii panel, what are your thoughts about this story?
Acha kwanza ase hiyo anti-doping hiyo wada hata sangine huwachanganya. Nasikia mtu anasema doping is not my auntie. Jua patikana ako kwa rada. But mimi na ukiangalia issue unazaona we are being set up. That's my point of view. Because how comes all of a sudden we are having these cases and now we are under sijui IF watch as one of the countries why hizi stories are doping, which makes me wonder, these people train huko mashinani, they are brought up there, wengine hata wajui hizi story. What's happening? Wanaekewa hizi vitu kama wajui ama wanafanya deliberately, but I think someone is up to ruining the name of this nation when it comes to athletics.
Yeah,
Kitu
and that's athlete.
Nilisagaa, si unaona hata alisema kuna pesa alitumia hao watu. Kuna pesa, yeye hakuwa nadhania ni bribe. Ukweli anasema kuna venye aliabiriwa kiti. Ya ni IAF ama ni nini ile ambassador of what? Lakini ukweli enyewe mimi naona tunakuwa seta. Juu huyu mtu amewini mara 3. Kwa hivyo yeye ni threat huko nje. Ni
Because
nini
all of a
hii?
sudden
Sisi wenyewe
tutabaniwa.
tufanye kakitu. Pia sisi tuzike mtu wetu, tuache kumwangamiza kumwambia, ulikunywa. Ukisema alikunywa wewe watu kaa Butita ama mimi tutakibia.
What? So
Mbona
to
hizi
I
ndio
agree with
zinafanyika
what
Well,
sana?
first of all, if I could just clarify, so they did say that the guys who apparently did the test are not legit. They're not legit. They're not legit.
Exactly.
So there was that
Legit.
to consider.
Good.
So ni allegation. So juu kama ni msana anajaribu kumharibia yeye jina ama venye Butita amesema wasemea wase wa Kenya by the Sunona, no wonder they run for so long. It's not
By the way, I
natural.
totally agree with Butita. I'm very passionate about Kenyan athletics, by the way. And if you watch this documentary called The Spirit of a Runner, you will understand what it takes just to prepare for one marathon. Our athletes are world class. That's why they're called elite. And if you've noticed in the athletics field, there's a lot of competition. And there's this move like, you know, to make Kenya look in a certain kind of way. I will always be Team Kenya, innocent
Yeah.
until proven guilty.
Hapo sawa.
As
You
far as I
defend-
know, Asbel
Yes.
Kiprop is a world champion. He raises our flag up high. He gives us a sense of patriotism and he makes us proud. All this nonsense. And it's not by local media. Ha! Our person first. Oh.
I know,
International.
until proven Guilty.
All of a
Until
sudden,
proven
oh,
guilty.
doping Kenya,
Yeah,
doping
it's
Kenya,
time even
doping,
us we
doping.
start tetain for ourselves.
Wacha
Did you
wenye
guys
wanakimbia wakimbie,
Yeah.
wacha wenye
Tusikubali
hawataki
tu kila saa,
kukimbia.
kila saa.
At kila wakati tunakubali tuna retweet. Hizo
Si
vitu ni
ndio?
bo.
Eh.
Zinani bo. Did you guys see the recent concluded London Marathon? A Kenyan won. Eliud Kipchoge, well done. Even though he had snot in his nose, that doesn't matter. He ran a good race. But the British media were all about Mo Farah breaks. He was third. Who remembers third? We were number
Well, I mean,
one.
You see, Cindy, you've raised a very important point, and I think also it comes back to us, right?
Yes.
They always celebrate their own. And even in America,
Exactly.
I think every single other day, by the way we wake up, there's always someone who's shot up the mall, but they don't make it look like we're under fire, huku tuko na shida, don't come here. I don't know, but we make it the same way. So, homework ni yetu, imekuja kwetu sasa.
Sisi
That's what
kwetu
I
Stop
said.
retweeting those
hata
things.
pale
He's
nje
a
mwaga
champion.
gramu moja ya
Yes,
pombe
Amina.
uone venye itasuguka Kenya,
He's
itasuguka huko
a
nje.
champion. Nani
Tuembeni
alisema?
pamoja. Tuembeni pamoja.
Penye.
Daima mimi Mkenya,
Mwananchi mzalendo. Proud to be Kenyan.
We've got Julius Peters who says there's no doubt that Kenya has the best athletes. So it's pretty obvious we have enemies. These white coaches are giving our athletes illegal substances. Okay, when they're training. And then I also saw someone, we're done with the tweets, Jackson, but I saw someone who was talking about how, but hata wale wase wenye wanawapea maji, siwaamini sana.
Wanaweza kuwa
Yeah.
wanapatia.
Ni ukweli.
We, Amina, kuna ka tweet fulani hapa. Kabisa anaitwa Eric.
Anasema?
Ati Gideon alificha njogoo juu alisikia muuzaji wa kuku anakam.
Guy.
Nilicheki.
Kuna mtu alisema they only get rained on before elections, after elections. But then, okay, so this they do, and I did ask Cindy this. They do talk to a lot of people,
Yeah.
but still, I feel like that woman even endangered her life coming close to the chopper like that. Alafu
Yeah.
kulikuwa na mtu akasema. In fact, that woman, she reminds me of that guy who jumped on the chopper when Raila was there, right?
Yes.
I can't find your tweet, but alisema kitu kama hiyo and I was like, ai hapana. Akisema alijitafutia kitu kama hiyo. Mutwiri anasema that Cliffy woman is right. Sex is one of the basic needs alongside shelter, food and clothing. So as government provides for other basic needs, please, they should consider mipira ya kadada, si kandanda, for the safety of those displaced. And that's a doctor or a real one.
Amina, I don't know. Have you ever been rained on ile umeloa?
Mara
It's
mob
chepe
maji.
chepe. What's the word?
Maramob.
Daily.
Kila mahali.
manji.
Kuloa. Butita si kulewa, amesema kulewa.
Kuloa.
Kuroa,
Kuna
Ndio
kulewa
tuendelee.
maji na kuloa maji.
Sasa yetu ni kuloa nyingine.
Zote.
Now, you feel so miserable.
Yes.
You know, you're in a constant state of discomfort. How do you change that into, you know, let's do one or two things? That's the thing I don't get. Aren't you too cold for some things?
Alafu huyo
Too
mama
sticky, too
anakaa,
uncomfortable?
huyo mama
Sindio
anakaa pia
gana.
ni mzee kadogo. Kwa hivyo hata kunyesewa hivyo aki inaingia mpaka nini.
Masaa zake ni kama zimefika.
Yes, mase anakaa atagojeka. Sasa niambie saa hii kitu ikamhapenia na walikuwa na
Auogopi
Waingereza.
pneumonia, you know.
Yeah.
Duru.
Okay.
This is not
But
my
we have
world.
Pato anasema chekini. On the flip side, ndege si ati ni kama ni matatu, ati that you just open and close the windows at will. So cut the guys some slack. See? We did.
By the way, inaweza kuwa kweli.
Hatukusema afugue
Lakini sasa,
dirisha waongee. Nasema
hata mimi-
tu angefungua waongee.
Alafu Amina, nilisema kitu. Sawa ni ndege. After that, alimtafuta. So we said that.
Yeah.
He didn't even bother. Hajamtafuta mpaka saa hii.
Yeah.
Ama ndege bado imefungwa mlango.
Yeah, dirisha bado imefugwa. Imefugwa.
Bado kunyanyesa kwenye wako hawezi toka
Nimeona msee
wanyesema.
amesema ati tusipochunga ama politician tutaendelea kuwa mawindo chopa.
That's funny. I'm just a window chopper. Unajua saa zingine unafikiria no one is definitely going to ever take this picture. Who's this lady? Where's she gonna take me? Who's ever gonna hear this story? And then bam, it's in the newspaper and you're like, what? Because that's what you think. And even with those goons who are beating that guy, kuna mtu alikuwa anasema manze huyu ni baba ya mtu, bwana ya mtu, brother ya mtu. Unajua? Yani mwana mrafapi hivyo. But you see, they think nothing is going to be done to them. Has anything been done?
Nothing.
Maybe you guys can tell me and inform me because I'm not aware.
Wanasemaga what goes allowed comes allowed.
I don't know. I don't think. I never see it coming around to the politicians. I just feel
know. And then I think also for us as
blow
Kenyans, we use
to the
karma
county.
too much. Ile ya siku yako, moto yako iko. What do they say? Kiboko yako iko motoni.
Iko motoni.
But it's true. I mean, it never seems to happen for politicians. They die wealthy in their sleep.
Yeah.
You know, you die hungry in your bed sitter.
Yeah.
Ni kweli.
If it's in hospital, it's in a foreign hospital.
Ugeuse kukufa kwa nini? Kwa one room.
Yeah.
Unakuwa na
Yeah,
double room.
unakufa tu
Bed
kwa
sitter
room
ni ya
yako.
maana.
Yeah, it's
Tuulize sisi.
Kwanza kuna mtu amesema hiyo sijui ni ngoma ya Cowards of the County. Hiyo it was a tag. Inafaa iende Butita kwa sababu we need people to talk about these things. Sababu Butita hizi sema utaki kuongea kitu. Unaona mpaka wasema wamesema.
Si niliongelea.
Na
Nikasema imenikasirisha. Hivyo. Na sitaki
Ilibidi
kuiongelea.
tukubembeleze, hakuna kitu
Tuende
kuongea.
tulie.
Unajua
Ushaongea
kitu moja.
Bibi,
Amina,
ilibidi tukubembeleze.
Shiru, ngoja. Amina, Shiru na Cindy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Siku ile serikali ilinipatia ID. Iliniambia inaweza kuwa na opinion zangu.
Hukuambiwa hivyo. Kuliambiwa unaweza withdraw.
So wachaneni na
pesa.
mimi.
Yeah.
Opinion zangu.
Yeah.
Ni sawa.
Kuna vile news address.
Yeah.
By
Okay.
kunyamaza.
Hivyo. Ni
Kuna
hivyo.
mtu hapa anaitwa Kirinyege. That's funny. Anasema by the way, I think the country should withdraw from participation on this athletics thing and seek formal address by the IAAF in regards to doping, because it just cannot be that all our champions are implicated. Something is wrong.
They
And it's
cannot
wrong.
withdraw. Do
Yeah,
you know how
yeah.
much
Jalimbu.
money Eliud Kipchoge made in the last marathon?
Yeah.
We're talking about 5 million shillings, if you
Okay.
convert, or
Yeah.
even dollars. Moving onward, this is their bread and butter. They are not going to quit and then go and start a butchery. No, this is their
Sasa.
bread and butter. They cannot quit, and we are not cowards, by
Na
the way.
wakiwi
We
quit,
will
sisi
participate and we will win.
Good.
All right. So guys, we need to talk about this story. This has, okay, I say every story was the biggest story of the week. This one, Jefferson Musinga Kiendi was left in shock and awe over the weekend after he was robbed of 390,000, then dumped along Nairobi Mombasa Highway by 3 men, only to find these same guys, his attackers, manning a police desk as he went to report the incident at Machakos police station. He claims to have found 2 of the attackers manning the desk, and then what happened is, so there were 2, see, there were 3 initially who attacked him. Then now he found 2 of them manning the desk. He waited the whole day. They didn't take his report. Then now the next day when he came, he was like, of course now they've changed shifts. He finds the 3rd guy. He's like, bro, what, Cindy? What? Gosh. I think
His
it was a
system-
story that shocked me
It's
in
those
my life.
Twilight Zone moments, yeah. It sounds funny, but it's not. But again, I'd like to touch on a point we mentioned last Friday. Remember when the cops were removing this lady from her house, and the husband had PTSD because he witnessed 2 of his friends being shot, and we sort of touched on police reforms. You guys have been, I mean, we've all read the news, what's been happening to the police force over the last 6 months. I don't know if you guys know, mshahara yao ilikatwa. They share houses. They share houses, and there are those who don't have any. That's why that lady was, you know, she was removed the way she was. They live in very extreme circumstances, especially if you're posted where it's Wharton, Kapedo,
Snap.
Uko Chini,
Cindy,
and
we
all
have
that
20
stuff.
seconds. Okay, I want
Sorry.
everyone to chime in.
I'm
Butita,
sorry.
chime in.
So the
I
moral
didn't-
of the story is, again,
that's
police reforms.
Okay, police
Na
reforms.
nimemaliza.